it ain't kiss on the devil and you piss off a saint. But it can't do it all if you don't have to crawl. You say you don't need nothing, but you got
Hey, Noonan, need 10 grand? I gotta put these girls through college.
I love this astronaut stuff.
Good work if you can get it. Yeah, I'm just in town doing a little astronaut training.
The DJ put Usher's music on.
You know all you gotta do is tell me what you're sipping on. And I promise that I'm gonna keep it coming all night long.
And all the
everybody talking about what it is, what it ain't. Kiss on the devil and you piss off a saint. But it can't do it all if you don't have to crawl. You say you don't need nothing, but you got
Hey, Noonan, need 10 grand? I gotta put these girls through college.
I love this astronaut stuff.
Good work if you can get it. Yeah, I'm just in town doing a little astronaut training.
Well, come here, baby, and let that.
everybody talking about what it is, what it ain't. Kiss on the devil and you piss off a saint. But it can't do it all if you don't have to crawl. You say you don't need nothing, but you got
Hey, Noonan, need 10 grand? I gotta put these girls through college.
I love this astronaut stuff.
Good work if you can get it. Yeah, I'm just in town doing a little astronaut training.
Well, come here, baby, and let daddy show you what it feel like.
The DJ put Usher's music on.
You know all you gotta do is tell me what you're sipping on. And I promise that I'm gonna keep it coming all night long.
And all the girls got up on stage to dance for him.
And nothing to shawty, I got a thing for you, yeah. Doing it on purpose, why you liking it? I can tell by the way you're looking at me, girl. I wanna make love in this club. Wanna make love in this club, yeah. In this club, oh, I wanna make love in this club. Make love in this club, in this club.
What's your name?
Usher, baby.
And for one last moment, everything was so glamorous and cool.
You see, the rest of New York simply came, uninvited. The whole city packed into automobiles, and all weekend, every weekend, ended up at Gatsby's. And I mean everyone, from every walk of life, from every corner of New York City. This kaleidoscopic carnival spilled through Gatsby's door.
My invitation. Oh, just my throat. You don't need to know the guy. Certainly not invitation.
Caravansary of billionaire Playboy publishers and their blonde nurses. Heiresses comparing inheritances on Gatsby's beach. My boss, Walter Chase, losing money at the roulette tables. Gossip columnists alongside gangsters and governors exchanging telephone numbers. Film stars, Broadway directors, morality protectors, high school defectors, and Ewing Klipspringer, dubious descendant of Beethoven.
You know where I might find the host, Mr. Gatsby? I live just next door.
Gatsby? I've never seen Mr. Gatsby, sir. Why, no one has.
Alone and a little embarrassed, I decided to get roaring drunk.
The incredible Miss Gilda Gray.
Sam, have this dance.
Oh, you penniless panty waste. I'm stealing her away, Caraway.
Gentlemen, a jazz history of the world and accompanying fireworks!
Come on, Nick.
Look around you. Rich girls don't marry poor boys. She's mine.
Your face is familiar. Weren't you in the 3rd Division during the war? Oh, yes, the 9th Battalion. I was in the 7th.
Excuse me. I knew you looked familiar. Having a good time, old
Oh,
sport?
the whole thing's incredible. I live just next door. He sent me an actual invitation. Seems I'm the only one. I still haven't met Mr. Gatsby. No one's met him. They say he's 3rd cousin to the Kaiser and 2nd cousin to the devil.
I'm afraid I haven't been a very good host, old sport. You see, I'm Gatsby.
His smile was one of those rare smiles that you may come across 4 or 5 times in life. It seemed to understand you and believe in you, just as you would like to be understood and believed in.
The Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus can trace its history back to the 1870s, when P.T. Barnum first crisscrossed the country with P.T. Barnum's Grand Traveling Museum, Menagerie, Caravan, and Hippodrome. Sold to Irvin Feld by a Ringling relative 45 years ago, the show is now run by his granddaughters, Nicole and Alana.
The circus has changed a lot since we were kids. We've really tried to appeal to what kids today, look for in entertainment, and I think focus is a huge part of that. We've added a storyline or a theme to the shows. We've also added a lot more technology to the shows.
Despite that technology, the show still travels the old-fashioned way, by train. Over a mile long with 300 performers and crew, rigging, set pieces, and almost 100 animals, putting the show together is an extreme exercise in efficiency.
Within a year, we play 120 cities. We play to over 10 million people, and we perform, I would say, about 1,200 performances. There's also no other kind of entertainment where you can see real-life stunts. You can go to the movies and see incredible stunts with special effects, but it's not real. It's all edited and cut together. I mean, what our performers are doing here is real. I mean, they are risking their lives for, the excitement and entertainment of the audience, and there's nowhere else where you can see that. As long as we are in tune and pay attention to our audience and what kids are looking for today in their entertainment, I think that, we're always going to be an attraction for families.
Philosophy come these renegades.
Everybody talking about what it is, what it ain't. Kiss on the devil and you piss off a saint. But it can't be love if you don't have to crawl. You say you don't need nothing, but you got
Hey, Noonan, need 10 grand?
Yeah?
gotta put these girls through college.
I love this astronaut stuff.
Good work if you can get it. Yeah, I'm just in town doing a little astronaut training.
Do you right? Well, come here, baby, and let daddy show you what it feel like.
The DJ put Usher's music on.
You know all you gotta do is playing with the big boys. Gonna take it to the street now, we're gonna make a big noise. Gonna climb so high, now we're rising up. Are you ready now? Turn it up. Are you ready for this? Oh, I can see my name under big lights. It sure looks good to me. I'm coming up now, I'm ready for the big time. I'm gonna be hard to beat. Oh, I'm a hard act to follow, got a big reputation. Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on now. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this now? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? There ain't no limit. Are you ready for this? Yes, we're playing with the big boys. Gonna take it to the street now, we're gonna make a big noise.
Filters out.
Blow them out. Make sure those are all nice and cleared out, and the heat coils, man, that's super important. To make
Well, at
sure
least we look
heat
good.
coils are looking good and everything's rolling. We're doing charades up here because there's no sign, and we don't, you know, we're here to entertain. Damn it, we got to put the show on, whether
we're
you
good?
like it or not.
It's not a trick anymore. Go.
Good.
Are we really live this time?
You're really
Yes,
live
we
this
can hear
time.
you now.
Woo! We're done now, though.
That's it.
Meeting's over.
Meeting adjourned. I don't know where you guys have been. You should have tuned in when we had sound. It was awesome. I mean, Ralph and I covered some stuff that was phenomenal. I mean, mind-blowing. This new information we had that you missed out on. Woo-hoo. First-class shit. What? He wants to do it again? All right. Summer's making us do it again.
All right.
All right, here we go. From somewhere in the middle of this meeting, because you guys already know the mission statement, you already know how important it is to put on that great show, how to give that over-the-top experience, and how to take our guests on an amazing adventure. You already know the best factor because you live it every single day. You wouldn't be here in this meeting with us today if you didn't understand the best factor. And you'll always remember, it will always reignite in your head when we say we're having a meeting. You will remember this meeting, specifically today, whenever you think about a meeting, because when we talk about what not to do in a meeting, you just live that. And the blank stages, I mean, how important it is not to have a blank stage. You now know what it feels like to be a guest watching a blank stage, or what you guys like to call a break song. Now you know what it's like. We just gave you a live experience of having nothing.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about myself, right? So, past all of that, you guys also know the reasons why guests come to visit our locations, because we reviewed it even though you didn't hear it, and it was an awesome review, wasn't it?
We really did.
And the most important thing is they come for fucking fun. So if you're no fun, nobody's going to come hang out with you. I don't care what it is that is your venue. And on top of that, we've got to get into our winter reminders, because at this point, we're going to have to speed through some things to catch back up with our delay of game. It's the weather here in Vegas that caused all those problems. I don't know if you guys know, but sun really fucks up microphones. It's a terrible thing. Or maybe it's the lack of, they're on a solar system here.
I think it was my superpowers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right, it must have been.
Too much for the room.
Too much for the room. It's Ralph and Mr. Sorry, I just
Mr.
let out your...
Incredible. You let him know who I am now.
The fuck. Sorry, Mr. Incredible. Don't break my legs. All right, so important things to remember for the winter. Make sure you have your salt and your ice melt. You don't want people to slip on their way in. Buy some new snow shovels so you're ready to get that snow shoveled out of the way. If you're not one of the lucky few down there in the dirty South, Florida, or over here in the Southwest, and you actually get snow, you've got to be prepared for that snow. Make sure you've made some sort of a deal or negotiated a plan with somebody to clear all of the snow out of your parking lot. You can't have snow in your parking lot if you want guests to be able to park their cars, so make sure you've got that all planned out and prepared. Things you have to physically probably do is go up on your roof and clear all your gutters out, make sure all of those leaves are out of there, and all the downspouts are cleaned up. If those downspouts get full and backed up with water, they'll freeze, they'll crack, and you're going to have all kinds of additional problems. Change your filters on all of your HVAC units. Get them ready for winter time. Got to get new filters on there so you get some better fresh air. And most importantly, make sure you clean out all of the heat coils or the heat units of your HVAC. Because if you don't, and there's dust in there, or there's a pigeon living in there, or a little rat living in there, you're going to smell that fucker burning. And you could cause a fire and it'd be really bad. So make sure you clean out all of your HVAC units, have everything ready for wintertime out there. And our next little reminder is going to be our holiday reminder. So let's move on to our holiday reminders. And so you guys know, it is holiday season. As you can tell, we're celebrating a little bit early here. Not only are we doing the great show, but we're in costume because it's Happy Halloween time, which means you've invited guests to come to your business dressed in costumes, and you have to be prepared for these things. So number one, you want to make sure your hours are posted, and if you haven't planned those already, get on top of planning those holiday hours so that we can update all of your social media, we can update your Google, we can let the guests know, you can post signs up there, and you can schedule your cast appropriately. So get those hours done. Robberies are more common during the holiday season. Why do you think that is?
Bidenomics?
Okay, we're gonna go politics with Ralph. That's our Mr. Incredible over here.
People need money for gifts.
That's it. Robbing for gifts.
Yep.
It's the whole rob the rich to feed the poor concept that we have going on during the holiday seasons. So what you got to do, prepare for that. One, make sure that you have something set up in case you are being robbed that your local police department would know about it. Put a sign in there like we're temporarily closed, something along those lines. Make a deal, a conversation with your local PD to say, hey, if you see something like this happening at our location, it means we're being robbed. Be sure you don't have too much money in your cash registers at any given time. If you have too much money in your cash registers, it makes you more valuable a target. So make sure you're doing lots of drops throughout the night. Keep those cash volumes low in the registers. Keep those cash volumes low in the safe. There's no need to have excess money floating around the clubs. It just makes you more of a target to rob. When you're closing a night, make sure somebody stays there to close with you. Never leave the club alone. Never enter the club alone. Always open and close with another person, especially during the holiday season, because it's for your own safety. Other security precautions, make sure you're clearing the venue when you close down. Go through, check all of the dance areas, all the VIP rooms, all of the restrooms, all of the corners, all of the spots somebody could be hiding, waiting for the club to close down so they can come in and rob the place. So clear the venue, locking all of the doors. That's while you're inside counting the money. And if you have the ability to set your alarm to stay, make sure you set the alarm to stay while you're in there counting the money and you're in there by yourself. When you leave, set the alarm to away and make sure all the doors are secured and that they're locked. Masks. Another thing, unlike Mr. Incredible over here, a big mask is a bad thing. We want to be able to see their faces. So Ralph's going to go through patron scan later on, and we're going to talk about what they should do if somebody's wearing a full mask. Probably you want them to take it off as a whole, don't you? And just leave it off. Like, thanks for being in costume, and when we do the contest, you can put your mask back on for the contest or whatever the event is.
Absolutely.
But while you're hanging out, you need your mask off. So that's what's going on with that. A few business reminders out there. This one should be an easy one, but we've had some problems. So just a reminder, no cast should ever be doing any work of any way, shape, or form until they fully completed their new hire paperwork. So they had to sit down at Club Tracks and fill out the whole thing, right, Ralph?
Right.
Absolutely. And then there's no reason they should be doing any work at all if they aren't clocked in. You have to make sure that you are always clocking in every single time you come to the club to do any kind of work, or any time you do any work for the business at all, whatever that venue might be. And always count exactly what's in your safe and put that into Club Tracks. Modern Bookkeeping uses your count amount to decide whether or not your safe is balanced. So if you are just putting in what should be in your safe, that's not what we're looking for. We want an accurate, exact account of what is in the safe at the time that you're doing the count. And do a physical count checking out all of your bundles. Don't just assume anything is correct. Count everything. That's what the opening count is all about. Make sure it is perfect. And then we will be moving on to our guest speaker presentation. Mr. Incredible is going to tell us all about Patron Scan and the best ways to use it, which comes very important in this time. Unless you are in Illinois, we're still working through the bugs, but you should know how to use it and make it a useful tool for the business, because that is the idea of all of this technology, is to become a useful tool for the business. Right, Ralph? Right.
Love useful tools.
Gotta love those useful tools. This is a useful tool. All right. I think I'm clear to go, but I don't know. Good luck, Ralph. I'm out of here.
All right. All right, so I think I'm live. Waiting for my slide up there. I'm going to talk about Patron Scan. Most locations should have a Patron Scan that's arrived there already and set up. It's a very useful tool, like Jason said. There's many different uses for it, which I'm going to go over. The only part of it I'm not going to be able to go over is the actual scanning of the IDs themselves. I know we have issues with scanning some passports, some states. You can't scan the IDs, and there is a manual option.
Yeah, you said. No, keeps it so I can talk longer. If I have my.
Uh-oh. Doesn't look like my screen's up there. Is my screen not up now?
All I see is yours. Don't tread on me. I don't see yours.
Do I need to go to...
You probably need to go to...
All right. Everyone. Is it the same? The slides if it doesn't work. All right, so like I was saying, everyone should have them. The part with scanning that I'm not going to be able to show you guys live here is manually entering IDs, the difference between a quick scan and scanning on the scanner itself. Yeah, that's it right there.
I see a settings.
How we looking? Mr. Incredible's ready? All right. Not sure what you guys caught. You can do quick scans, manual scans. Passports you obviously have to do on the scanner bed itself. Quick scans are faster if you're higher volume or you get busy. You can just do the quick scan real quick. Important part of this useful tool is the camera. I've gone to a lot of locations and they have issues with their cameras. Patron Scan will send you a new upgraded camera if your camera goes out. A lot of times, just like a regular tablet, you just have to unplug the little cable on the side, plug it back in. I've heard about issues with cables being bad. They're all just basic USB cables. So if you did have a cable that got messed up, it's just a new USB cable you need to put in there. So I'm gonna dive into this here. You have this dashboard. It shows you your counts for everyone on there. We do scans for our entertainers, our cast members, all of our guests, all of our applicants, and all of our auditions. Some useful things you can do, which I'll show you the setting up flags a little bit later. Say an audition comes in, you decide not to contract her, or a applicant comes in, you don't hire them, you can put a 30-day internal ban where they don't come back and audition 3 days later with someone else. If we terminate an entertainer or fire a cast member, whatever policy at your location, you can do like a 1 year or 6 month ban on there so they don't end up coming back in the club. Locations that have, like Bourbon Street, you have multiple locations down the street. Someone acts up at one club, you can do a ban where if they try going down to Barely Legal and they came from Hustler Club, it would pop up as a flag on there. So this login screen that you guys are seeing should be something you guys all have that you can pull up on your phone and your computer. If you don't have it, I'm going to show you later on the number to call to get the logins and everything for this. But this is useful to have because you can go into scan history right here. Say I have an altercation at the club, something happens, whatnot. You can pull up the scan history, go through and find that guest, and then flag them so they can't come back in the club. It's not loading here, but this is the screen you would go to. Same idea, we regularly go through as guests are spending big money in the club, and we'll add them as a VIP member in here. So next time they come into the club, we can quickly identify them as a VIP guest. We even sometimes do it the next day. You can pull up the chargeback report and go through the high spending guests on that chargeback report and then put them in here as members. To add members, this little members section on the side, you just go to members and then you can add members here. So it is not loading again, but this is a screen where you add members. When you add, you can add member types. So we have cast member, entertainer, VIP, bottle service, VIP card, platinum VIP card. And basically, as you're scanning the guests, you identify, okay, this is a cast member at my club, or this is an entertainer at the club, or this guy just did bottle service. You can go in after the fact or right then and add them as a member, again, so you can identify cast members and entertainers are important because if you release them or terminate them, you can then go in and flag them and you can identify who's who in the club. There's also the flag section in here. The flag section is where you enter your flags. So you'll notice there's internal flags and external flags. So if I want to have an entertainer not audition again for 6 months or 30 days or whatever the time length is, I don't want to do an external ban because then anytime she goes to a bar with Patron Scan, she's going to get flagged and not be able to go in that venue. So you got to recognize the difference between internal and external. And I would suggest not getting too descriptive on the flags because it does pop up when they go to another venue. So if they're, you don't have to get too detailed in the description on there, on the flags themselves. When you go into settings here, this is important. The unit comes with an admin login. If you don't want your door host or a cashier or box office cashier banning someone from your club, you may want to go into this tab, users, and you can create users with different levels. So you could have a user that the door host logs in under that he isn't able to ban and stuff like that. And then there's a manager login under a different login code that you can have full access to the unit itself. And then a big thing to remember with this is it doesn't cut out human interaction. So if a guy comes in with his little brother who's under 21, they switch IDs right as they're coming in, and the little brother who's 19 uses the older brother's ID, the machine's obviously not going to pick that up. If someone, gets paperwork from their older friend and goes to the DMV with it and gets an ID, there's a lot of scenarios where you still need a competent door host at the door to be checking IDs, verifying it's the correct person in the ID. You'll also have sometimes where it comes up as a fake ID and it's clearly like a 65-year-old guy. So you have to have some intelligence with this as well. And then under the settings here, we have reports, users. This is where you can add the different member types on this screen. So you can enter in what different types of member types that you want in there. And then I'm going to skip back to scan history here. When you quick scan, it will show just the picture. It won't show the picture from the ID on the scan history. So it's going to be a bunch of just blank squares. If you click where it says ID camera list, if you click camera, then it will show the actual photo of everyone that everyone takes. So when that guest walks up to scan their ID, you should have an X on the ground where you're already checking their ID at, where the camera's pointed at. So right over when you go over to scan the ID, the camera's already there. You just hit the screen, give them their ID back, and you're done. And you have that camera shot of each person walking in, so you're later able to go back and identify that guest. Last thing I'm going to show you guys here is under My Account, or I'm sorry, Help. And it's also on the front of your unit. There's a support number. If stuff breaks, like the camera or the unit itself is broken, either remotely fix it for you or they'll send another unit out. So if your camera's not working, not using it correctly because the camera is not working isn't an option, because they'll ship it overnight to you and get you a new camera out, or remotely go in and restart the whole unit and stuff like that. So that's all I have for Patron Scan. You can call this number if you have any issues. Most of you have my number, my email. It's Ralph@GoBestBiz. You can hit me up as well, and I can help you out getting the units working properly. And I'm going to pass it over to Jay.
Hi everybody, we're still here, that's right, in studio number 2. I got some great people with us to help us talk through the rest of this great webinar, and these awesome people that decided to join me today. We have Ms. Kira from Bakersfield. Tell us about yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kira. I have been with Deja Vu for 20 years now. I am the current general manager of Deja Vu Bakersfield and the Go Best ambassador for California. And I also go wherever the best ringmaster Jason sends me. So I look forward to meeting each and every one of you if I haven't already.
Nice. We brought in her favorite assistant, the guy that she actually trained herself, and so anything that Nick does fucked up, it's actually Kira's fault. That's just the real rules. Nick, tell us about yourself, buddy.
Well, happy Halloween. My name is Nicky Stilbaugh. I've been with the company for 36 years. Bakersfield was my home club for a long time, and presiding in Las Vegas right now.
Yeah, Ralph doesn't admit to you, but yeah, I guess you do now live here, so he's going to have to get over it. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about entertainment engineers. We're going to talk about showmanship. We're going to talk about not having a messed up presentation. You know, we've showed you the last little while what not to do. So now you really have it ingrained in your brain what you shouldn't do when you're doing a presentation. Make sure all your equipment is working properly. Although we spent several hours planning and putting this meeting together today, you just never know when those tech gremlins are going to get you. So in our industry, we got to make sure we have a plan for the backup plan with a plan to go with that backup plan. Wouldn't you guys say?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Be ready for anything and everything.
That's it. So let me ask you this. Who's in the show?
Everyone. Every cast member is a part of the show. They're a part of the over-top experience, the showmanship, and it's everyone's responsibility to make sure that the guests are having fun.
Nick, you agree with that?
Absolutely. It starts in the parking lot, and it doesn't stop.
Perfect, perfect. Absolutely. Everything starts from the start to the finish, from the parking lot till the end of their visit, and that includes every person that's involved in putting this together. Whether it's janitorial, whether it's maintenance, all of these people are part of putting this show on. Your barbacks, everybody's involved in this show. You're all a cast of characters in this movie, so you got to make sure that you're ready to play your part and put on the best show possible. So that would be our guess. So what would be the right amount of decibels to have in a club environment? What do you guys think is the right amount of decibels? And why is it so important that we control our music volume? Kira, what do you think? I'll let you go first on that one.
Okay, 95. And it's important because we don't want to cause ear fatigue. We want to make sure that we are providing that over-the-top experience, that we're having fun. You always want to look out and see that the guests are singing along, tapping their toes. You want to make sure that we're just giving everybody the best experience.
Absolutely the best experience, Nick.
And I really think a manager should know that to make sure that the entertainment engineer doesn't go over the top and put it in the red line. Happens a lot.
We're also in the conversation business too, so we want to ensure that we can provide the social interaction with the guests and that we can also sell. If we can't hear, we can't sell.
That's it. We sell the sizzle. So if we're selling the sizzle, people got to talk about the sizzle. We can't sell the actual steak. This is a fantasy. The fantasy is in your imagination. If the music's so loud that it's burning your eardrums out, your imagination's going to have a terrible experience, and you can't even talk to the people that you came to. And that doesn't even change in just the Gentleman's Club. This is whether you're running a Paradise, you're running a sports bar, you're running a karaoke bar, or one of our boutiques. If that background music in a boutique's so loud, I can't hear the salesperson telling me how wonderful this new toy is that I'm going to buy. And I want to know how wonderful these things are.
I want to know every feature.
So what is ear fatigue? I mean, what are we really talking about when we say ear fatigue? What do you think, Kira?
We're talking about playing repetitive music or music that's too loud, kind of playing the same slow songs over and over that kind of makes people just want to go to sleep. You never want people to look bored or tired because then they just want to go home. We want to wake them up. We want to see them dancing, singing along. We want to make them, bringing back memories for them. We want to ensure that they are having that over-the-top experience, and that does include the music.
What do you think, Nick? Did she get everything on that?
I'm going to have to agree 100% on that one.
Yeah? Oh,
Yeah.
man, you're easy today.
Yeah.
Keeping
Well,
those
she-
beats per minute
but,
up, you
yeah,
want to
but-
make sure that you're keeping everybody on a nice roller coaster. I think a roller coaster is important. It's got to have a lot of peaks and valleys as you're rolling through the night.
Absolutely. It's got to flow.
Yes.
And if it doesn't flow, he's going to hit you with that.
I got my stick out now because Nick thinks he's out of range from me over there. That's why he's over there giving me those great answers, because he thinks he's out of range, but he's not at all. He's perfectly within distance of the stick. So it's super important that you don't play the wrong music and you play the music to the crowd that you want, and on top of that, that you have the right sound system, that it's not pushing too hard, where everything is cracking. The ear fatigue happens because the vibrations are bad, because there's, a mirror that's loose and you're sitting next to that mirror and it goes, bzz, 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 shit like that.
Absolutely. As a manager and as an entertainment engineer, you always want to make sure that you're walking that floor so you can see firsthand what your sound system sounds like.
Perfect. Well done. Well done. And then that entertainment engineer. Oh my gosh, when they sound like Nick. Isn't that awful? Understand that, like, if you speak a foreign language or you're bilingual, you actually learn a new language. It's called your entertainment engineer's language. For those of you that work with the same entertainment engineer for years, you actually start to understand that muffled fucking voice. The idea is, does somebody new to your culture, new to your business, understand that muffled entertainment engineer? And if not, that's what you need to correct. Make sure they speak clearly. Nick, what is show consistency and masterful showmanship?
Over the top, dress to impress, dress for the occasion, set the tone. As you can see on the slide, I don't know if it's on this one or the next one, but I'll dress up as a big penis and I come out as Nick the Dick, and you better get a dancer. I'm going to go over there and teabag you.
Nick the Dick doing tea bags. Absolutely. You got to have that intelligence of music. Make sure you understand what it is to make sales. Why is it so important for entertainment engineers to make sales? What do you think, Kira?
Well, that's a huge part of our business. So if we're not selling dances, then we're not making money. And neither are the IPEs or the showgirls. So we always want to make sure that we are making sales in every aspect so that everybody's generating revenue. And it's also just ensuring that the guest has an over-the-top experience, because if we're not selling anything, it probably means that the guests aren't being entertained.
Absolutely. If we aren't selling anything, the guests aren't being entertained. If they aren't entertained, they aren't going to spend money. If you're not having fun, you're going to be bored, you're going to want to go home.
We got 3 rules. 1, got to have fun. 2, you got to leave broke. 3, you got to come back again.
That's it. You don't mind spending a bunch of money if you had fun, do you?
Never.
Why is this such a challenge, and why is it so important that we don't work with entertainment engineers that say, make some fucking noise?
Because if they were doing their job, the guests would already be engaged. You don't need to tell people what to do. If you provide that showmanship, that immersive adventure, the over-the-top experience, people are already going to be engaged. They're already going to be having fun. They're already going to feel a part of your show, and they'll already be making noise.
That's it. They're already a part of your show. If you've done your job and you've out there met them, you know whose bachelor party is, you know whose birthday party is. I mean, how do you do that successfully, Nick?
Get out of the booth, walk the floor. Table touch. Find out, is it your birthday tonight? Is it your bachelor party? Is it your divorce party? Or is it the all-new, thank God it's not my kid party?
Thank God it's not my kid party.
I like that one. That is my favorite. I've dodged that one quite a few times. So, but that you just interacting with the crowd. They come there, they want to be a part of the show as just as much as watching the show.
Nice. Nick, what does it mean to live up to the brand promise and earn that admission fee?
It means I need to sell dances and generate revenue. Kira?
It means you need to put on a show. If people are buying admission, they're buying a ticket to your show, so you have to make sure that you give them not only what they paid for, but more than they expected.
More than they expected. That's the important part in what you're saying there. Make sure that you're earning that admission by giving them more than they expected. That means they're expecting to see what when they come into the club?
Naked ladies.
So what would be more than they expected when they came into the club?
Ooh, lots of naked ladies on stage, them eating pudding out of a naked lady's lap, the dances, the shows, it's a camel in the parking lot, anything and everything as long as it is legal.
Nice. Keeping it legal is very important.
I like that legal part.
Right.
That was nice.
Entertainment engineers, manifest, and demographic logs. What are those all about, and why are they important, Nick?
You need to look back at the last 3 or 4 songs you played, what dance special you ran, how many dances were generated from that, and to read your crowd and see what you need to do to generate more dances, to maybe change the music up or even go back to that genre you just played.
So how does an entertainment engineer generate more dances?
By doing roll calls, calling all showgirls center stage. But prior to that, you need to upsell that dance. Hey, in the next 20 minutes, I got roll call coming with t-shirt dance. You need to really build that up. We need to guide our guests to what's happening, not just springing on them like, oh, hey, it's a dance special. We need to let them know, hey, in 20 minutes, you need to get ready because here comes that dance special. And then when we do the dance special, we're telling them what to do. Hey, that lady, that entertainer's gonna grab your hand right now and take you back and show you the time of your life in the VIP room.
Well said, well said. So the manifest is important because that's actually the plan for the night. So the management and the entertainment engineer are going to work together and figure out what they're going to do that evening, when they're going to do the dance specials, what dance specials they're going to do, the dollar dances, the 2-for-1s, when they're going to do shows, contests, if you have a feature performer, an in-house feature performer, whatever you're doing that evening, that's what you lay out in the manifest. And then that's going to change throughout the night. So if something happens where you can't do a dance special right then and there, or it's a bad time to put the feature up, then you're going to restructure the manifest. But that takes the entertainment engineer talking to the manager on the floor saying, hey, I've got to make some changes. We made a plan, but I can't stick to the plan. I've got to make some changes. I got to go a different direction with this. Or I've got this bachelor party that's awesome, and I think I can get him to do something really fucking stupid on stage, and I'd like to try that instead. So that's what it's all about, and planning ahead and having that manifest. And the demographic log is looking out on the actual floor. This is the entertainment engineer looking out saying, wow, look, almost everybody that's in here today is 65 or older. Maybe I should focus my music on 70s classic rock instead of trying to figure out what other kind of music I want to play that's going to be more beneficial to the entertainers or to the college kids. So you've got to look out and see what your demographic is, see who's out there. And like Nick was saying, see what they're buying dances to. You want to keep a log of what songs are actually selling dances that night. It could change. So if you're selling a lot of dances because you're playing Britney Spears, then you want to play more Britney Spears if that's what they're buying dances on, because the entertainment engineer should have a focus on selling dances in VIP rooms, not just putting on the show, because the show is the super important part. But on top of that showmanship is selling dances, making sure that the entertainers are making money, because if the entertainers are making money, you'll have more entertainers, and the person with the most entertainers wins every time.
Every time.
Music intelligence, we talked about it briefly. What do you think? Did we cover that well enough, Nick?
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
Let's just take a look and see if we missed anything. So we got to make sure we're playing the toe tappers. So when we're rotating in our music, we want the sing-alongs, we want the party songs, we want the songs everybody remembers and they sing and they can dance along with and they can have fun. Because we're in the memory business, aren't we, Kira?
Absolutely. There is nothing better than when you look out and you see the guests singing along, or they say something like, this song came out when I was in high school, or, you know, whatever it was that's like special to them, because now it makes this song special and it makes their time here special.
Absolutely correct. Good job. If I say to you, Nick, zoo versus safari or safari versus zoo, what do you think we're talking about there?
Zoo. Absolutely zoo. Absolutely zoo.
Yes, the zoo versus safari. This is where we talk about if you go to the zoo, the animals are in cages. You know exactly what to expect when you get to the zoo. They're going to be locked up. If they feed them that day, they're going to come out to get the food. You know you're going to see the tiger cage, you're going to see the bear cage, you're going to see the penguin cage. You go to a safari, what happens in the safari, Kira?
Ooh, anything can happen. They're out, they're wild, they can jump in your lap with you, and I always want the tiger in my lap. I don't want it in a cage. I want to run free with it.
I'm leaving it with tigers in Kira's lap. I can't top that. The importance of dance sales and room sales. So you gave a little bit of a brief idea on how we could improve those, Nick. Do you have any other suggestions for room sales?
Just to make sure that when you're running your specials, to do them at least every 30 minutes with your log. Just make sure you're doing something every 30 minutes, whether it's a 2-for-1, t-shirt dance, or a game, or a bachelor party. Something needs to be done every 30 minutes, minimum.
That's a good minimum. I think I agree with that. You know, you want to make sure that, one, you're getting 3 dances per guest. So if you're not at least getting the 3 dances per guest, and that includes making some sort of equation for your VIP rooms, what we like to say is a half-hour room is equal to 10 dances, and an hour room is equal to 20 dances. So you put that into the calculation, and you want to make sure you're selling those 3 dances. If you're not, then you probably need to increase the number of dance specials you're doing, or change the dance specials. Or maybe you need to change up the music because you're not really playing up to the people that are there that they want to spend the money on. So you have to take a look at it as a manager and say, man, what's going on my floor? What's happening right now? You can't manage from the office. You got to manage from the floor. You got to be out there. You got to get involved. So you grab the microphone, right, Kira?
Always. You do whatever it takes as long as it's legal, but you grab the microphone, you get out there, you start having fun, get the guests engaged, and again, make sure we're selling. We're making sure that everybody's making money, including the IPEs.
Absolutely. Get out there and make some money, make things happen. If they aren't doing rooms and they aren't selling dances, then they're probably miserable. And that's why it's important that you maintain a quality stage rotation throughout the entire night. And we're going to talk a little bit more about stage rotations here in a minute, but Nick alluded to making sure that the entertainers are ready to go. So what else could they do to increase their sales? You know, you're going to do a pre-sale of 20 minutes, like, hey, a 2-for-1's coming up in 20 minutes. one song away. You're going to say, oh, the 2-for-1's one song away. You're going to bring all the entertainers on stage. You're going to do a roll call. You're going to bring them off the stage. You're going to send them around to the guests to take them by the hand, escort them back to the couch, and get their dances. But what else could an entertainment engineer do that would increase some of their pre-sales and or their total dance sales?
Dollar dances is a great one. They're short, they're quick, they're to the point. It gets the money coming out of the pocket. It's fun. It doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Really like doing dollar dances, and you follow it up with a 2-for-1. And almost every time, I would say 95% of the time, you pack the couches after dollar dances. That's just a one to go to. Another one, it's always somebody's birthday, whether it's an employee or a manager or an entertainer. Make a big deal about their birthday. Put them on stage. Let's just give a free roast to one of the entertainers, or just make up a birthday.
Sure.
We did one on Super Bowl last year. It was manager's birthday, and I announced it. It wasn't his birthday, and I said, who's going to buy him a shot? Who's going to buy him a shot? Well, at the Hustler Club, the only time an employee can drink there is if they get a shot of Louis. A shot of Louis is $375, and we sure did sell that.
Nice.
Dollar dance. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, dollar dances and the birthdays and the bachelors, those are some of my favorites. But if you've already ran a dance special and you already have the guests back there, you can run a bonus dance special. If
bonus.
they stay back there, then you
Forgot
throw
that.
in something extra. So now you've just ran 2 specials and the guest is staying back there back to back.
Back-to-back dances.
I like that.
Guarantees
I
the
forgot
sales,
about
so
that.
that's the bonus special once you're doing that dance special and you got them back there. So on the pre-sale side, an idea that I have that I think we should try out in more locations is, why can't the entertainment engineer post that I'm going to do a dollar dance in 20 minutes on the social media? So if I'm sitting at the bar with my buddies and we're doing shots and we know that they love dollar dances, or we know that they love putty eating contests, what if the entertainment engineer starts posting that these events are coming out in an hour, they're coming up? If they have the manifest done, then they can start promoting these things on social media, and we can tell the people that aren't in the club yet that they're about to be a dollar dance, there's about to be a 2-for-1, there's about to be a t-shirt dance. So then we finish our shots and we run to the club because we only got 30 minutes to get there, because we want to be in that dollar dance, right?
I love that idea.
I think you love that idea. Kira's going to make that happen, I'm sure of it. All right. So why is it important to get the entertainment engineer involved?
Well, the club is a circus, and the entertainment engineer is the ringmaster. And people come to see the tiger, but I need that entertainment engineer to tell people where the tiger is.
Nice. Well said. Where's the tiger?
In my lap.
Right. It's still in Kira's lap. That's where we left the tiger. That's right. So you got to do the commercials, you got to do the drops, and you should do those as an entertainment engineer between entertainers' sets. We don't really want to listen to an entertainment engineer talk when we're trying to enjoy the tiger on stage.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
The focus should be the
manager should be
tiger.
on the floor too, making
Right.
sure the entertainment engineer
Right.
isn't talking too much.
Exactly. So, and after the shows, we can run commercials, we can run promotions, tell them the upcoming events, all of the things that we have going on, all of the Halloween, all of the holidays, any of the parties we have going on. These are all the things we count on the entertainment engineer to do, correct?
Absolutely.
How do we know where they're doing it?
With the log and the, you can have the best entertainment engineer in the world. If you don't have a solid management team, it's going to fall apart. It is a team effort, and everybody has to work together. If the management is just in the office and the entertainment engineer is doing these things and they're not happening, they're going to get lazy. We don't want that. And, honestly, I get encouraged by management a lot. They'll come up to me like, come on, man, we got to hit our goal tonight. We got to hit our goal tonight. And it hypes me up because I get excited when we hit our bonus. And I really like when management comes up to me and hypes me up and gives me that drive that I need.
Teamwork makes the dream work. So management and entertainment engineers should always work together, along with all the cast members, but...
Absolutely. Well said. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Boom.
Boom. You guys did a great job on that one. Stage rotations and the importance of the stage rotations. Why is it that we're so strict, not really strict, organized with our stage rotations. What's so important that in the stage rotations be so organized?
Because when people walk in, that's the first thing that they notice. So if you walk in and there's blank stages, your automatic first impression is boring. But if I walk in and every stage is filled, I'm like, this is so much fun. There is pretty people everywhere. I'm already excited, and I literally just walked through the door.
You know, a lot of people watch TVs and movies, and when they see a strip club scene, any movie you watch or TV, you just see women everywhere. And this is kind of what they expect when they come to a gentleman's club. When they walk in, they're like, well, I hope this is like what I watched on TV last week.
Sure.
Well, with our brand, that happens. When they walk in, there's somebody on stage. We're entertaining from the parking lot all the way to the finish. So that's what's important about the rotation.
I agree. So your rotation should be based on your number of VIPs, not the time of day. If you're focused just on the time of day, like we don't open all our stages until 9 o'clock, that means that that explanation you guys just gave never happens for the guy that comes at noon for lunch. So who's going to talk to more people, the guy that comes at noon for lunch or the guy that comes, the guest that comes at 7 o'clock at night when you decide you're going to open up all the stages? The guy that's in there for lunch, he's going to go back to the office. If he goes back to the office and he says, man, I just had the best lunch and an amazing show over at Deja Vu, over at Hustler, over at Cat's Meow, wherever that place is, then he's going to send everybody he's working with to that location. And after work, that's where everybody's going to want to go. They're going to want to go to this amazing show. So as soon as you have 8 IPEs or entertainers, you should open up 2 stages, but definitely no later than 9 o'clock. Every single day, you got to get these stages open. And whenever you reach that 15 entertainer point, somehow there should be 3 lovely ladies on stages. If you don't have 3 stages, then you should have 2 on the main stage and 1 on the bar. Get creative and make sure that you have lovely ladies everywhere, because Nick, you hit it on the head, my friend. Every movie shows clubs just full of gorgeous naked ladies all over the place. And that's the expectation when somebody comes to our business. That's why they're paying the admission to come in. And if we aren't giving them that, if we aren't putting ladies all over the place, we're already failing them right out of the gate. We're giving them that bad negative feeling. Step 1, boom, the stage is blank. Already, I don't like the place. Just like the start of our seminar today. The stage was blank, the sound was right out of the gate. Now we've got to spend the rest of this whole meeting trying to make up for that one mistake. And it takes 12 positives to make up for one mistake. Do you know how many times that is that Nick's got to take that mask on and off to reach 12 positives? I mean, that's a phenomenal number. So we're going to have to work really hard today to make this a great meeting for people to walk away saying, all right, they did a good job because of the soft start. Don't let that happen in your business. Right from the gate, whether it's a sports bar, whether it's Cat's Meow, whether it's a store, whatever it is, start right off with the right foot forward, positive, energetic, fun, exciting. Have all of your engines and your pistons running, right? Get it rocking.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Give them something to talk about.
Give them something to talk about. Do your roll calls from the stage. Man, if you're doing your dance specials and you're doing them from the floor, you're missing the whole point of it. Why do we want to do the roll calls from the stage? What do you think, Kira? Why do we want to bring all those lovely ladies up there?
Ooh, we want to bring them up because A, it looks fun, but also they get to see every beautiful IPE that is available right now, so they get to pick, they get to have their choice, and it looks a lot more presentable when they're all coming on stage as opposed to people just kind of walking around the floor and you don't really know what's going on.
What do you think, Nick? Anything to add?
Yeah, we need to condition our entertainers and condition our guests. By meaning conditioning, when we run that special, it sends a message to our entertainers, hey, a special's happening, let's go, let's grab that guy. So the IPEs are also selling the dance themselves as well as we're doing it. So it comes back to that teamwork thing. And these entertainers are hustlers. They can sit there and go, hey, we're getting ready to do a roll call. Let's go before I have to go up on stage. And they get back there, and then, as Kira said, we do the, what do you call it, the double, the bonus dance. The bonus dance. There you go.
Right, yes. Absolutely. So we want to bring them up there because we want the guests to see all of them because it's an advertising opportunity. But we also want to get the guest an opportunity to get away from an entertainer maybe he doesn't like, or get the entertainer away from a guest maybe she doesn't know how to get separated from. Like, oh, you know, they did a VIP room, the guy spent some money, and now she's just having a little challenging moment of getting away from this gentleman that she's just spent all his time with. So we call them on stage, so she gets an excuse to be like, oh, baby, I've been having a great time, but damn it, they're doing a dance special, and I've got to get up there on that stage. I've got to be a part of this. Sorry, I've got to let you go. The other side of that is there's a guest that's been trying to get rid of an entertainer, and she won't go away. Having that dance special gets that entertainer to go away, and maybe he gets an opportunity to grab a hold of the lovely lady he's been looking for. And then we want to do a rotation after we do those dance specials. Because you don't want a blank stage afterwards.
Never.
So you're doing the roll call, you bring them up there, you give them about a minute and a half to go get the dance. Because you've already told them 20 minutes ahead of time you're going to do the dance special. You already told them a song ahead of time they're going to do the dance special. So they should have the dance special lined up. So it shouldn't take more than a minute and a half once you've gotten everybody on stage to go around and do the walk around song and sell the dance. But now we've got to do something to keep people entertained afterwards. We can't just go to blank stage land and bore the death out of everybody because we decided to do a dance special. So it's super important that you do one of the next three things. One, get the next entertainer in rotation on stage. If you have multiple stages going, that means you need to get multiple entertainers on multiple stages in your rotation going. Because there's nothing worse than if I've decided to sit at, let's call it, a satellite stage or a second stage, and I'm not at the main stage, and all of a sudden, nobody goes on there for 3 songs. Now my stage is blank. I'm getting that same blank stage feeling that I would have gotten if it was a break song. So don't do that. You've got to make sure you have enough entertainers to reload all of the stages after you do that if you're going to do the next entertainer in rotation. Silver platter would be the next thing. That's where you get all those wonderful servers. Nick, what's the purpose of a silver platter?
To showcase our sexy servers.
Yes, and?
And it prepares them to be a dancer in the future.
Yes, we hope they self-elevate someday to being an entertainer. That's our goal. We want them to step up to the next level and be an entertainer themselves. So we do these silver platters to get the stage clean, to give us an additional show, to also get our servers used to the idea of being up there, and to show the guests all of the beautiful servers we have available out there. So it's very important that you do these silver platters, and that should be your second option. And then your last option, which used to be called the loser stage. We don't call that anymore. We're going to call them group party stages now. So what happens is you take all of the entertainers that's not currently entertaining a guest and they go to the nearest stage. Again, this is important that you don't call all of the entertainers to the main stage when you're going to do this group party stage. You've got to get all of your stages loaded up with the entertainers that didn't sell dances. You can't have blank stages, people. All of the guests at all of the stages are important. So therefore, you need to do the job of entertaining every one of them, no matter what stage they decided to look at or sit at. So make sure entertainment is on the stages at all times. Anything to add to that, you two lovely people?
No, it's pretty
No, and you
pretty
can
much
still
there.
continue the dance special while they're up there as well, because sometimes maybe somebody just arrived and now they see a young lady that they would like. So you can still even sell that dance as the entertainers who didn't get the dance previously now have the opportunity to get a dance.
Perfect. You can take the lady right off the stage, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You can auction them off while they're on the stage if you wanted to. You can do a live entertainer auction right there on stage. Going right now, we got Nick, $5. We got $5 for Nick. Here comes Nick for $5. Who wants Nick? $5 for Nick. Totally possible for you to increase your sales. Just grabbing those lovely ladies from a group stage and getting them out there.
Absolutely, and you can even say if we get every single one of our ladies in the back, then we throw in something extra.
Oh yeah,
legally.
absolutely. A little extra,
I like that
extra
term,
gift
legally.
If you get all of the
Legally.
dancers back there
Yeah.
dancing, we're gonna give you a little bit something extra, legally. actually.
Legally, that's the word. We need a T-shirt. Legally.
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 Right.
I like it.
So every club has had busiest hours of the night. You know, it's whether it's just before you're closing, it's your midnight to 2 a.m., or if you close at 6, maybe it's your 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. This is what we're calling the busiest. How do we maximize our dollars during those busy hours of the night?
Ooh, so this is when it's your turn to like show off. You want the best of the best stage contest. You want the best of the best IPEs and rotation. You want to run lots of dance specials because again, we're trying to maximize the dollar amount, but we're also trying to provide that over the top and the showmanship because we have the most amount of people that we've had in the building at that time. And so you could even shorten the songs if you want to. And then you want to do a grand finale. So if you've ever been to a fireworks show, it it doesn't end with the shitty firework. It ends with the best of the best, right? You want people leaving talking about something. Man, that was so cool. I can't wait to come back, because that's the last thing that they're going to remember. And that's what we want to give them in the venue as well, is something to remember as they're leaving. You don't want to play closing time, because nothing says, get out of my building now. If you've ever been to a restaurant and you're still like at the table and they're like sweeping underneath you, like that is what that song is for us.
Sweep them right out of the building. And that's what they're going to remember. Wow, that place sucks. It was boring when I left. Nick, what do you think? Anything to add to making more money during the busiest parts of the night?
A little bit of the times that you do things. Remember, if time is money, so you really need to be accurate on your songs. Hopefully we have automation that's pretty accurate. So try not to waste time, because for the stores that have to close at 2 a.m., you're missing out. If you have an entertainment engineer just running his mouth all night, like, get to the point, sell my dance, go. I would suggest, cut it out. Let's roll. Let's get that dance special going.
Right. Don't waste time with chitter chatter. Keep things moving. Keep the songs playing. Every song is money, so you want to keep them going up as quickly as you can. And like Kira was saying, it's very important, the grand finale. It used to be just try to see if we can close and get everybody out of here. You've got to change the mentality. Whenever that last bit of time that's your busiest part of the night, that's when you have to put on your wildest show. Get every entertainer on stage. If you guys saw the scene that we played from the Hustlers movie, and Usher walks in the building, all the lovely ladies are on stage. That's the image you want people to have when they leave and they go to wake up in the morning. They're walking out of the building. Holy shit, did you see the ending of that show? Did you see that last show last night? Oh my God, there was watermelons, there was bananas, there was caramel sauce, there was chocolate sauce, there was 25 entertainers. Kira did a moonslide right through the middle of everybody. This over-the-top shit is the memories people are going to talk about when they go to work the next day, or when they see their friends, or just when they hear a song that they heard at your location. Oh, we got a specific question just for you today, Kira. In a nutshell, we talk about our mission statement. What is masterful showmanship in our mission statement?
Masterful showmanship it's everything. It's the moment the guest arrives. It's the camel in the parking lot, like at Hustler Club Las Vegas. It is the handshakes, the social interactions. It's the VIP tours. It's the contests that the guests can get involved with. It's the dance specials. It's the shows, the theme sets, the girl-on-girl shows. It's the grand finale. It is every one of our cast members. It is the immersive adventure, and it is the outrageous, over-the-top, anything and everything legally.
Legally.
Tigers in the lap, baby.
I love
over-the-top experience as it pertains to the mission statement. What do you think, Nick? How do we have an over-the-top experience?
Okay, well, when people go to work, keep in mind that you're not going to work. It's not a shift. It is a show. And remember, we're putting on a show. Anybody can run a rotation. Any club can run a rotation. We are known for the party. We have to stand up to that standards. And just the wow factor, the crazy factor, coming out as Nick the Dick, or Kira having a tiger in her lap. I mean, just anything. We got to give those people something to remember and go, wow, I've never seen anything like that. And I've been to a lot of clubs and I've never seen that.
So there you go. That's the over-the-top experience that people are going to be looking for when they come to visit our locations. And that experience also pertains not just to the club industry, but it pertains to our store. I went into a store and I got an amazing service. We actually ended up buying one of the toys the young lady was talking about. And that doesn't really happen when I go into the stores, because usually I can play off the salespeople, but they wouldn't give up. So an over-the-top experience just doesn't pertain to the Gentlemen's Club. It pertains to every one of our businesses. And if somebody has a great experience interacting with your sales personnel or your bartender, they're going to spend more money, they're going to have more fun, and they're going to suggest your business to their friends, because you gave them something to talk about. What you gave them was a memorable experience that they loved, and therefore they are now a fan. And once you've made them a fan of your business, they're going to bring their friends and they're going to be regulars. Get out there and build fans. That's what it is to have the show. The show creates fans. You are a fan of some rock star. You are a fan of a certain kind of movie. You are a fan of something. You are a fan because that enlightens you, that entertains you, that excites you. What are you a fan of, Kira?
I'm a fan of Go Best.
Very nice. How about you, Nick?
Well, I'd just like to say that I like to make friends and change people's lives. That's my fan.
That's nice. Nick's nice. So romantic.
It is. I like
He
that.
likes to make friends and change lives. So before we turn this over to Summer, I don't know if we're going to open it up for questions now or at the end for this panel. Does anybody have a... Nope. Do we have a way of seeing
nope,
questions?
nope.
All right, never mind. Just kidding. Psych. We're going to slide this whole show over to Miss Summer, who's waiting for us in Studio A. So here we go, live to Studio A. Thank all of you for joining us for our Entertainment Engineers segment.
Hey, what's up, gang? I hope you're enjoying the show. We're going to jump right into some very special Go Best shout-outs. I would like to start with the Gay 90s in Minneapolis and The Office in Minneapolis with a 24-week streak. I think the question is, when are y'all going to invite me to this lit party? Because I want to go. And now we have New Orleans killing it for the past 2 weeks. Hustler Barely Legal and the Hustler Club. Congratulations. Y'all are doing an awesome job. Keep it up. And we also have Pat's Meow in New Orleans and Deja Vu Showgirls Stockton beating goals. And shout out to Reggie from Stockton, who is in Vegas. Hope you're having fun. And I don't know if y'all know about this, but we have an incredible marketing team. And we've had over 13 viral press hits just this month. And one that we would like to give a special shout out to is Dream Girls in Lincoln Park with the union workers strike. Great job, guys. Y'all are killing it out there. And we also have the Hustler Club in Washington Park with the Missouri school teacher offer to work with Unfiltered, who's one of our amazing partners, and to do a feature out there. So fingers crossed. And we also have some social media shout outs with honorable mentions to Larry Flint's Hustler Club in New York and Deja Vu Showgirls in Oklahoma City. Y'all keep posting. Y'all are doing awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Jason. We're going to talk about a
You're just talking too much.
special
Get out of here already.
contest.
Beat it. Ah, Summer, who told you you got a talking part today? Doesn't she look amazing? What a fantastic. Get back over here, smooth criminal.
Okay.
You can't leave me all by myself. So
Smooth.
this has been a great segment that we've gotten to do today, even though we had a few technical flaws. Hopefully you all will forgive us and look past what happened earlier, and since it's gone pretty smooth. So we're always trying to think of awards that we want to give away during the Gentlemen's Club Expo. So this year we want to give out the Masterful Showmanship Award. So the Masterful Showmanship is going to be based around your Halloween parties. We want you to make a video. You can't cheat and use one of our content creators. This has to be homegrown from the management team. So this is the management team putting together some sort of a video that shows us how much fun your Halloween party was. How off the hook was it at your business for Halloween? How decorated was it? How involved was your cast? How many shows did you do? Did you have zombies and vampires
And
wrestling in
blood.
blood? Like,
Yes.
did we have some blood wrestling? That's what I want to know. The one that has the best video, the club that has the best video, that management team is going to get an opportunity to come to Dallas and win the Showmanship Award. The bitch of it is, you're not going to know you're in the top 3 until Dallas, when we do the award ceremony.
August.
So the winners will be a secret all the way until August.
right.
But you got to submit your videos now. So
You got to keep the show up this whole
you
time.
got to keep the show up. You got to keep the party happening.
Mhm.
You've got to do a fantastic job of creating some kind of videos. Send us the videos. Probably Summer's email address.
Yeah.
Send it to Summer. And then we're going to look at all of those videos, and we're going to pick 3 great videos. The top 3 are going to get a chance to come down to Dallas and they're going to be a part of the ED Expo. You're going to get to go to all the Expo events, all of the Expo seminars, be a part of the whole Go Best thing, and then your winning team is going to get to go on stage and accept the award for the Masterful Showmanship Club of the Year. So that's what we're doing. That is the Grid Grand Finale.
Good luck.
This is your opportunity to come out and hang out with us in Dallas. So do a great job. Keep up the good work out there. Happy fucking Halloween. Thank you once again for your patience during our technical difficulties. And I look forward to seeing everybody throughout the year. And good night. See you all later. If you have any questions, well, Summer's phone's right here in front of me. So feel free to text any suggestions or questions real quick. We'll stay on for a minute. If you don't have any questions, you can feel free to log off. You can scan that QR code to go to our YouTube channel, and I'm sure that something happened on there. I'm not sure what, but something.
Oh, Brittany said my costume is drool-worthy.
Drool-worthy?
Ooh, thanks, Brittany.
Wow, my goodness, Brittany.
Sparkle
Not
blondes
only is she
unite.
keeping camels, she's got a gangster thing going on.
Oh, that's right. Maybe she likes a little,
Yeah.
little gangsta time.
You do badass pretty well.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I tried.
I tried to get her to have a New York accent today, but
It would have turned country at some point.
it did.
For sure.
You threw out like 6 you-alls in 30 seconds. Y'all.
You're welcome. Just makes it way more fun.
Yes, it does. It's beautiful. Any other questions out there other than...
I don't have any questions, but
Summer
happy
looks
birthday to Brittany. It's her birthday today.
It is?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Brittany's 21.
That's
wow,
right.
She's growing so fast.
Party.
Happy birthday, Brittany. I see Lacey on screen. Hi, Lacey. Nice to
Hey.
see you. Oh, Lacey doesn't care.
She's not having a party over there. Doesn't
No.
look like. No.
She's just like stone facing us. Fine, Lacey, don't smile. I don't care.
I don't have any questions so
Oh,
far.
there she is.
I have lots of texts.
All right, well, if we don't have any questions or comments out there, once again, it was a pleasure seeing all of you, and we will see all of you soon. Thanks again, and bye. That's us signing off. You can hit the little red button